Saxby.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. If we've learnt anything from the pandemic, it is surely that broadband is an essential component of modern life. Yet just over 10% of households in the UK have access to next-generation full fibre broadband, compared to 80% in other developed countries. And the UK's average broadband speed places us 22nd out of 29 Western European nations. My rural North Devon constituency languishes at 634th out of the 650 UK constituencies for its connectivity, and getting better broadband is a top priority for a huge number of my constituents and businesses. Levelling up the UK is not just a north-south issue, it is also a rural-urban issue. Workers in the rural economy are at least 16% less productive than the national average. Only yesterday, I spoke in a debate on the issues in Devon and Somerset, where we don't have super-fast broadband yet, let alone gigabit capable. And as chair of the all-party parliamentary group on broadband and connectivity, I hear concerns from across the country and across the House about the plight of so often hard-to-reach rural communities in accessing a usable broadband connection. And whilst recognising achieving 100% coverage by 2025 was ambitious, I think we can see through the pandemic how ambitious targets can drive great achievements, like building testing capacity and securing a vaccine. I am disappointed that whilst the industry continually advise that they can get very close to 100% gigabit capable coverage by 2025 if some barrier busting were to take place, that the decision has been taken to reduce that target, which unfortunately will inevitably condemn many rural communities to being stuck with inadequate broadband and increase the urban-rural divide. Whilst acknowledging the full £5 billion we committed to has not been withdrawn, the significant reduction in this amount announced in last week's spending review to just £1.2 billion has understandably rung alarm bells from the industry and my constituents about our commitment to ensuring hard-to-reach rural communities are not left detached from the digital infrastructure they desperately need to enable their children to access education, their businesses to thrive, and they too to be able to work from home as far as possible. Indeed, when we look to levelling up and building back better, aren't we hoping to do it greener as well? And in rural areas with limited public transport, surely improving broadband coverage will not just reduce the productivity gap of our beautiful rural communities, but also enable them to reduce their carbon footprint too. I recognise the magic money tree cannot keep on giving indefinitely, but North Devon's infrastructure asks do not include motorways or railways. We would like access to the same speed of broadband connectivity as other parts of the country. There are businesses ready to help deliver this if we can remove some of the obstacles in their path and let them begin to connect up our countryside and ensure that no community is left behind.